Noreen and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make a chunky apple cake. And really, I think this is me wishful thinking because it's September 1st, school has gone back in session, and I'm hoping that fall is coming soon. I see the trees are starting to turn a little bit, but it's still hot here. And I hate summer, and nothing makes me happier than to see summer go. So, I'm going to do a little, what are we going to call this? Reverse psychology, and maybe Mother Nature will take the hint. We're going to make a chunky apple cake. And what we're going to do is, I'll go over the ingredients first, and then we're going to start in the prep. I have 1 cup each, granulated sugar and dark brown sugar, and 1 stick of softened butter. And we're going to cream that together. And then we have 2 eggs, 1½ cups of applesauce. You can homemade, all natural, whatever. This is all natural out of my pantry, needed to get used up. We have 3 cups of all-purpose flour. We have 1 teaspoon each baking powder, baking soda, salt, and 1 tablespoon of apple pie spice. This is a tablespoon of good quality vanilla, a teaspoon of freshly grated lemon zest, 1½ cups of chunked up apples that I have peeled and cored, and 1 cup each of chopped pecans and dark raisins. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put this on the mixer, get the butter and sugar creaming together, and when that's ready, we'll be back for the next step. We're going to add the eggs one at a time, and you want to make sure they're fully incorporated. There we go. Add the next one. Oh, come on. Stubborn egg. And then we're going to add our applesauce. And I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. Because you're not standing on the right side of the camera. Or mixer. We could trade places. Alright, let's see. Let's give this a good mix. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and grab our dry ingredients. Actually, we'll go ahead first and put in our lemon zest and our vanilla. I'm getting ahead of myself. Mix that in. And then I'll grab my dry ingredients. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leavening and my spices and my salt, and I'm just going to pop it in this bowl right here with the flour. And I'm going to give this just a gentle toss. It's all going to get mixed up in there anyway, and this is a really powerful mixer, so it doesn't even matter. So don't worry too much about that. Now I'm going to just grab a spoon. I'm going to turn this on to mix. And I'm going to start adding the flour a little bit at a time. This is just going to help you not have a flour snowstorm in your kitchen. I have a pan that is prepared with, I just took my misto and I sprayed it with some sunflower oil. But then I also floured. Applesauce cake is a bit on the sticky side. Well, this is chunky apple cake, but it's kind of like an applesauce cake. All right. We want to clean our beaters off just a little bit. And now we're going to go ahead and dump in all the rest of this goodness. Whoops, I'm sorry, honey. In with our pecans and raisins. And in with our chunked up apple. Evidently, those didn't want to be in the bowl. Just fold those in gently, getting them well incorporated and distributed throughout the batter. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and pour it into our prepared pan. And then make sure you scrape out your bowl really well. All of those ingredients went in there, and all of those ingredients should come out. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. Just spread this evenly into the pan. You're going to have to kind of spread it in there. It's a very thick batter, but that's how you want it. This is not like a cake mix where it's going to be pourable, and this is going to somewhat self-level once it's in the oven. So, okay. Give it a shake, a couple of taps. Rick hates it when I do that because I usually do it when he's sleeping and it wakes him up. All right, so
I have to sleep now.
Into a preheated oven where it will take a nice warm nap for about 45 minutes, and then we're going to come back and check it and see if it's going to need a little more time. Cake timer has gone off. This baked for approximately 45 minutes. I cannot tell you how divine my kitchen smells. And now we're going to go ahead and test it. Perfect. It's perfectly messy. Just in time. How about that? All right. So now we're going to let it cool. I'm going to put it on a cooling rack over here. I'm going to let it cool completely. And then we'll come and we'll fix you a slice and you'll see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, it's time for dessert. We have sliced you a piece of this wonderful chunky apple cake. I cannot tell you how delicious this thing tastes. Rick can't really tell you because he hasn't tasted it yet. I decided not to frost it with anything. Of course, you could put a nice glaze on it. You could put a lemon glaze would be lovely. A brown sugar frosting would be nice. But this is going to hold up on its own. And I plan to use this in the girls' lunches this week. So lunchbox cake needs to be sturdy and not frosted. Otherwise, it sticks to the package that you put it in. This is going to be moist and delicious, and it's going to get even moister as it sits. So tomorrow, this cake is going to be positively amazing. You could warm it up. You could serve it with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, maybe a little caramel sauce. Who am I to tell you you can't do that, right? So for today, I just sprinkled a little powdered sugar on it, and I left the cake all by itself, just plain for the most part. And I'll show you. It's absolutely beautiful. You can see all of the big chunks of apple and pecan and raisins in there. And it's just delicious. And it's moist. And it's flavorful and satisfying. And it just really tastes like autumn. So I hope that you give this applesauce apple chunk cake a try. And I really hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.